Welcome to Theory of Knowledge. How does knowledge contribute in my own life? All things in life are philosophical, said Aristotle. Inner life, contemplation and reflection, communication, dialective intersubjectivity, analysis, creativity, and all human endeavors. In my reflection, I would like to talk three ways of knowledge. Knowledge is conscience, knowledge is awareness of truth, and knowledge is power. Knowledge is conscience. Does knowledge begin in consciousness? According to Stanley Wikin, the professor of the University of London, knowledge is consciousness. We need study about knowledge as conscience to ascertain what can be known and how it can be known. For example, I saw a man on the ground, wounded and helpless. My conscience tells me that, hey, Mr. Prasant, help that man. Then Mr. Prasant helped the man who was wounded. That is knowledge. We can declare again that the scope of our knowledge is the scope of our consciousness, and that whatever is presented to the consciousness becomes knowledge. He believed that the primary law of thought requires both content and agency, something that it thinks and something about what it thinks, which is subject object. We can assert it that all knowledge belongs to the mind, not to agencies, such as science. It is being said in the light of religious on philosophy. I begin to ask, how is knowledge related to conscience? Conscience gives rise to life. All knowledge arises out of consciousness, and true knowledge arises when we turn our ego awareness inward in search of the deeper self. Yes, knowledge begins and flourishes in consciousness, but we should also remember that the conscience is limited by its knowledge. Our conscience is the organ for distinguishing good and evil. For example, Mr. Frank is a poor man hungry for bread. He has no way to get bread for himself. Only his way is to steal money. So he entered into one of the offices and he opened the drawer and found big amount of money. But he was aware that it is not right things to do. So he discontinued. To discontinue means to have the knowledge. The knowledge to differentiate between good and evil is not the same among many Christians. Some have more knowledge and some have less knowledge because individual circumstances are not the same, and perhaps the lessons learned are also not similar. Therefore, we cannot act according to someone else's standard, nor can we expect others to live according to the conscience we have. Thank you, and we will meet again for the episode 2.